Hi everybody, this is Brenda at KBW Bargains, and I hope you're having a great week. So this is a what sold over the weekend for June 23rd, 24th, and 25th, I believe, because I shipped on the 26th. I had some sales on eBay, only nine, but Poshmark is killing it with 11 sales, and Marcari came in at 2. I will talk about Marcari and their shipping towards the end of the video because I'd like to know what you guys do for shipping. Do you guys just do the platform shipping through Marcari, or do you do some other type of shipping and offer free shipping on that platform? But on eBay, 9 I will take. I've been running sales Monday through Thursday and then running sales on Friday through Sunday. Trying to get my old inventory out so I can get new inventory in, especially coming in for the winter time. July, I usually slow down on my summer clothes and usually put and start doing sales for my winter clothes and start listing all my winter clothes now that I have been storing over in my office. And because I got a lot of coats and snow gear and heavy sweaters that I need to get listed. That's what happens when you sell clothes. It's seasonal, so you got to do it with the seasons. So I hope you guys are having a good week. We'll get right into eBay. I had some good sales, 9. I'll take it. First item is Oregon Ducks hoodie sweatshirt. I sold that for $22.50. I love selling Oregon Ducks, State Beavers, Washington Huskies. See all the college teams and sports teams in the Pacific Northwest. I find them in abundance at the bins, and people seem to look them over. I pick them up, and they sell consistently for me. I like it. I like it a lot. And I just listed that in June, so it went fast. Next item is a Dorfman Pacific Boonie hat. Sold that for $19.95. Sold that straight out. That's unusual. I can tell by $19.95 the way I priced it. Didn't take no offer, didn't send an offer. They bought it outright. Love it. Dorfman Pacific is a great brand. I found that probably about 2 years ago. And it sells consistently for me. It doesn't matter what type of hat it is. I've sold all types. I've sold boonie hats, fedora hats, beanies, winter, just anything. A trucker hat, a trapper hat. I've seen it all and sold it all, and I really like that brand. If you see it, pick it up. Next item, I just listed this in April. It is a pickleball paddle that we had there brand new. Still had the 6-month warranty that you could get on it. Sold it for $130. I believe I had it for $149 originally, but these pickleball paddles, a lot of back and forth. A lot of offers were sent, and there was a lot of offers brought in, and I finally went ahead and did it for $130 just to get that last one out. But yeah, I just could not get the price that I wanted for it. Nobody was going that high. So yeah, you kind of have to go with what the market's saying. Like I did that in April, and I'm happy to get them all out because that's a good price. Next item is a cycling jersey. Now I sell a lot of this brand, and excuse me for not pronouncing it correctly, but it's Pearl Izumi. I've sold that brand so often, and I've sold the sleeveless ones. I sold that for $10. I probably took an offer, and it was probably on one of my sales, but it just didn't go. I don't know if it's because it's women's, because it's a large, it's a good size, but there's some things that just don't sell in women's, and this was a really nice cycling jersey, a top, lightweight, and it just didn't go. And that was listed sometime last year. I don't know if it was last summer, but I was happy to get that out of my inventory. That went back and forth. I just don't understand why that didn't go. Guess you can never predict what's going to sell. Next up is a New Balance Trail men's shoe 13. Sold that for $22. Again, I can tell by even 22 that it was either on an offer. Either I sent it or I received it, but I was willing to take that. I think I originally had it for $29.95 and took the 22. I listed it in May. But I'm happy. Size 13. I don't sell too many 13s. So I was happy to get the offer, get it out of here, get it turned over quickly. And the right buyer came along for $22. Next up is a Nike team, Oregon State Beavers. I love selling, just like I said before, Oregon Ducks or State Beavers or any of the Northwest college teams. I sold that for $12.05. Well, $12.05, I'll take it. But it was a polo. I thought it would go better for the golfing season that's coming up. But this person got a heck of a deal. I probably had that for $15 or $16.95. And yeah, I'm sad to see it go, but I will take it. If I haven't said it before, a lot of my clothing is low cost. I get a lot of it at the bins, and I get it at yard sales, garage sales, estate sales. So I probably spend $1 or $2 on the clothes that I get. And hard goods, I may go as $10 on certain items, but I try to keep my costs very low on the items. So I'm happy with that. So $12.05, because I'll be replenishing that when I go back to the bins, I'm sure. Next item is a hiking fishing wide brim hat. It had a pale ale embroidery on it. I figured that would go because it didn't have any brand. I figured it would go just because of the brewery style that it had on advertising. It sold for $7.50, probably on a sale, probably on offer. I was happy to get that because it was not listed this year. It was probably listed last year. And so I'm happy to get it going. Next item is a Gorin Brothers. I love Gorin Brothers. That's another one besides the Dorfman Pacific hats. Newsboy cabbie flat top hat. Sold for $21. I was happy with that because I just listed it in June. That's a fast turnover. Gorin hats and the Dorfman Pacifics, highly recommend them. I just found them out probably a couple of years ago, and they sell consistently for them. So any type of hat that has those brands on it, I will pick it up. And then just price it accordingly. But those go well. I love them. Next up, and this is another item I like to pick up at the bins because they get looked over, is cycling jerseys. This is shorts. And the bibs, it's a bodysuit. And this was funny because it came with shorts, the bodysuit shorts, but it had the jacket was heavy, long sleeve, fleece lining. So it was just kind of weird to have that paired, but it had the same logos on it. So it must have went together for $30. I had this originally for $39.95. I just listed in June, went back and forth, kept getting offers for it, but it wasn't going as high as I wanted it. So I took $30. And that is all of the 9 items on eBay. Happy with those items. Had some good sales, good items, just some old items that were on sale went out, and some of my newer items are going out. So that tells me I'm picking up some better stuff. So on Poshmark, 11 items. I will take that. I wish I could get 11 every weekend, but sales and bids, offers were coming in regularly. I really liked this weekend. I don't know what was going on. Did you guys have good sales? Were things popping for you? Because it was crazy. I was having to take offers and send offers. I had a lot going on. So the first item on Poshmark is the Nike Dry Fit running sweatshirt, waffle lined, lightweight, all my perfect keywords that I enjoy putting on there. So the running models in all of the brands, whether it be Nike, Adidas, Reebok, New Balance, they all do well. If it says running on the tag or anywhere on there, or if it has reflective logos or anything on there, they do well for me. And this was a warmer. This would probably be something you wear in the fall, but it sells. Running hats, cycling hats, running apparel. I pick it up, and it sells fast for me, especially during the spring and summer. And it sold for $22. I like it. Next up was a Nike Flex Fury 2, women's size 6, teal, light. This sold for $21. I was happy with what it sold for. But when I went to get these out of the box, I was like, is it my pictures? Because I've been really going through a lot of my pictures and updating them if I need to. But looking at the pictures, it didn't need to be updated. the color was amazing. They were so clean. And I took all the right pictures and the tags and showing everything. And it's just amazing, you know, what will go. And I'm pretty sure it was the size. I pick up a lot of smaller sizes. It's hard for me to pass things up at the bins. When it's in nice condition, I hate to see it just go to a landfill or go somewhere and not getting used, because these were really nice, had a lot of nice tread on them. Can't let them go to the landfill or to other countries. It's just, it has still a lot of life. Next up is Izod XFG Golf Sport Women's Size 10. I just listed these, $18. Izod is one of those brands that people say, oh, it's so saturated, it'll never sell. It's, you know, it's a low-end brand. But when it comes to golfing and lightweight spring and winter clothing, I get it. I haven't really done much with the winter items or the heavier stuff material, but the lightweight summer and spring, or spring and summer items, I pick them up and they go well for me. I have no problem selling that. Next up is Billabong long sleeve. I thought long sleeve button-up shirt. It had a graphic on it, really nice, around the top, around the chest area. Sold it for $17. Billabong, Quicksilver, Volcom, Vans, anything that's skateboarding, I have no problem buying. I love picking it up at the bins because it sells well for me. It's one of my bread and butters that I sell a lot of. And I wish I would have known about the bins when I was younger and raising my kids, because they lived on skateboarding. They wanted to go to Zoomies and pick up all the skateboarding brands, and it cost me a fortune. If I only knew of the bins back then. But they're in their, you know, they're in their early 30s, and so, yeah, so now I pick it up for my grandkids because they really like those brands now. Next up is Vans long sleeve button up, another skateboarding brand, flannel shirt. And I had just listed this and I took $20 for it. I did take that on an offer. I think I had this originally for $25.95. But that went well. $20, $20 to $25 is pretty reasonable for that. It was lightweight, but it was brown. It was a really nice shirt. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not even... Hard to say, because usually when at the bins, you know, you see a lot of, you know, flaws or something. It just had no flaws. It was crisp. It looked clean. I don't think it's been worn, maybe once or twice, but it was really nice. For $20, they got a steal on that one. Next up is the Wrestlers Action. I did a lot of 8 on them, the Mattel. We got a big... At a community sale, we got a big lot of Wrestlers. Kevin made a good deal. And so these, I mean, we probably paid 50 cents to 50 cents, 75 cents for each one of these. And the first couple that we sold individually went for $35. These are amazing. I always keep my eyes out for Wrestlers now when I go to garage sales. And even at the bins. I don't think I've ever found any at the bins. I find them at garage sales. I do keep my eyes open for them because they're amazing. 98 of them, and Kevin went through each and every one of them. And the lower ones he put into a lot, and the higher price ones he sold them individually, and we well made our money back on that. That is amazing. So if you can pick up Wrestlers, that lot went for $29. Next up is Prana corduroy straight leg pants. These were all, I would say they were new without tags. They were so clean, pressed. They were amazing condition. And we got this at a community sale. This lady was, she had been a reseller and a thrift store owner. She owned lots of them down in California, and then she moved up here. And so she had a lot of inventory. But what I liked about her, she knew that she wasn't going to eBay prices. She was doing a garage sale. So I think I paid like $1 for these, bundled it up with a bunch of other clothes. I think it came to $1 a piece, and these were in nice condition. But I love people that used to be resellers, or they know you don't go to garage sales and try and sell eBay prices. That's amateur. But yeah, she was great. I wish all of them could be like that. Next up is Adidas original size women's size 9.5 court attitude glowed. Beautiful shoes. I don't know why these didn't sell. Basketball shoes for women, they don't go. $27 though, I'll take them. But these took forever to sell. And I probably had them on sale several times on eBay, and they sold outright on Poshmark for $27. I was happy with that. Next up is Rawlings Youth Baseball Glove. It's a 10.5, very small size, and I usually don't, like I've said over and over and over again, I try not to pick up kids anything, because I try to either lot them up or sell them really cheap. And this is, you know, kids baseball glove. It's baseball season. $10. I'm happy to take it and make some kid happy, because we sell gloves a lot. If I see them, we'll pick them up. If they're in good condition, even if they're in kind of rough condition, because they like them broken in, I will pick them up and we will wait until the season's right for it. But we pick those up and they sell fast for us. I think we've already sold about, well, we don't think we have any baseball gloves left. And I think we sold 10 or 12 of them so far. They're a great sell. Next up, Kevin picked this up, and it was one of those, it's brand new, but it's one of those, oh, okay, it's probably not going to sell that quickly. It won't sell that fast. And when you know it, it's sold. I just listed it this week and it sold, or last week and it just sold. Prove me wrong. So this is an iPad case for a 7th, 8th, and 9th generation. It has a pencil crayon storage. It's 10.2 inches. Midnight blue, but it's brand new. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a slow sell, but anything that's new, I try to pick up, and if it's something small and that doesn't take up much space. But it sold for $10. Didn't sell for much, but it sold quickly, so I like that. And the last item we have is Timberland rugged fit button-up shirts, short sleeve, large outdoor canvas. This was a really nice shirt, but Timberland, I'm not a big fan of. It doesn't sell that quick for me, that fast for me, even though, I mean, to some, it might be a good brand. I mean, I sell LL Bean better than I do Timberland, but everybody has their certain niches that they sell, and they sell a lot of, but this isn't one of them. But I was happy with all of the Posh sales. They're killing it, I'm telling you. But then we go to Marcari, and Marcari I only sold 2. I'll take them. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you guys, I probably should look into shipping off of the site, because the shipping on here is way too high for first class. Because on eBay, the way I ship is, and the way I price it is, it used to be if it was 4 ounces or less, I could do $3.99. Can't do that anymore. But so now anything to 8 ounces, I do $4.99. Anything 9 ounces to 12 ounces, I do $5.99. And anything under a pound and over, and 13 ounces to a pound is $6.99. And usually, it's within that range. And so that works out great for me. I have been right on. Doesn't matter. And I live on the West Coast, so anything that goes clear over to the East Coast is going to be in that frame. So that comes out well. And then anything over a pound but under 2 pounds, if it doesn't fit in a flat rate bag, padded envelope, that I ship for $8.30, it will be $12.50. But I think it's like $12.78 for it to go clear across to Florida from the West Coast. So I pretty much have that down. But on Poshmark and Marcari, first class is horrible, because 8 ounces or less is great. It's $4.99. But anything over 8 ounces, it's $7.40. That is crazy, crazy, crazy for first class. And so, and I don't know why they did it that way. I haven't really done any research to that, but it's crazy. But if you're going to go over a pound, even over a pound, less than 2 pounds, I can still do most of my stuff through padded flat rate for $8.30, and theirs is $9.50. I don't know what it is, but it's crazy. So, and I know they were trying to do some bundling, trying to do all that like Poshmark, but I don't know if that's killing the sales or what, because it's crazy. Now on Poshmark, I like Poshmark. I like the thing, because I get a lot of bundles. I get some of those, and I can do discounted rate. I mean, it comes $2 out of my profits, but I can up my price And I do that to some of the things. So some of the things I have on eBay, I may bump it up $2 or $3 on Poshmark just because I put that discounted shipping in there. But on marcari, we got to do better. I got to do better. I got to get on the ball and look at this pirate ship that people have been suggesting. So right into the 2 orders that I have on here. One is a Columbia full zip windbreaker. It's for a child, a youth. I only took $7 on that. And youth, kids, clothing, I just like to get it in and out. It's hard for me to pass it up at the bins when it's in good condition and it just goes to a landfill. I can't do it. So I do pick it up and I try to lot it up or sell it cheap. And this I'm happy with, $7. And that probably went for $4.99. So that, because it was lightweight, very lightweight. Next item is a Louisville Slugger youth baseball, but this was a really nice, and it was a bigger glove. This sold for $24. Nice. And it was in great condition. And this actually came with a ball at the bins. It came with the ball inside the glove and it had a rubber band around it. So it was already in. I don't know if that's what sold it, but if that fit into a flat, would have fit into a flat rate, but it went for, I believe, $9.40 on marcari because I went into, I think it was less than 2 pounds. But that is all that I have for my sales. I am happy with that. I hope you guys had some great sales and a great weekend. This week I have my granddaughter, so I've been trying to do a lot of activities with her. We've been geocaching and going for lunch and all this other but trying to fill the day, try to keep myself active. And so I haven't been doing a whole lot of social media, but I'm hoping to get back on. And so I hope you guys have some great sales, and I'll see you next week.